Hello, Rob Lambert here with AssetProtectionTraining.com. I want you to listen to 30 seconds of Senator Schumer proposing to introduce legislation designed to make it so that U.S. citizens who expatriate at all, and the U.S. thinks that the IRS thinks that there is some sort of tax motivation, that those citizens can be barred from ever returning to the United States. Listen to this.
In the future, if these people are determined to have left the country for tax purposes, largely for tax purposes, they could never set foot in our country again, and any capital gains, dividends, and interest income they have would be taxed at 30%. For this legislation to take effect, the IRS makes a determination that you left for tax reasons. It's a rebuttable, what the lawyers call a rebuttable presumption. So you can come, and if you have great proof, strong proof that it wasn't for that purpose, you won't be penalized.
Oh man, just imagine how exciting that makes me feel to have some IRS bureaucrat make a determination that I left the country for tax reasons and therefore prohibit me from ever returning. If I want to visit my children, if I need medical care, if I want to go to a class reunion, if I just want to go see the Grand Canyon. I've personally been living here for 62 years. I've paid a lot of dues. If I give up my citizenship, I think I should be able to return, and I've certainly paid my dues. But, we'll be following this. I don't think this is going to get a lot of support in an election year, but it might. I'll keep you updated. You've already got one similar problem. It's called FACTA. It's the law that took effect last year. It's still being discussed. It's being debated. There's going to be lots of litigation over it. But it imposes an obligation on all offshore banks that do business with the United States to become fully transparent to the IRS, basically opening up their books to the U.S. government. They're putting this burden on the offshore banks, and the banks are either forced to comply with this to take on the U.S. compliance burden, or the banks are going to be involved in collecting a 30% tax. It's withheld in the United States, but the banks are still responsible. So it imposes an obligation. The result is many banks, including Hong Kong Shanghai Bank, Deutsche Bank, many banks are simply refusing to do business with the United States citizens. Fortunately, if you manage your affairs correctly, go through the right gates, adopt the right procedures, and put some technology in place, you'll find that many of these banks will indeed still open accounts for you. I'll be keeping you updated on FACTA. I believe there's going to be some major changes there, and I'll also make sure that the techniques that still can be used to induce these same banks to open accounts are available to you. I'll make sure I train you. Thank you very much.